Welcome to the SGP Purchasing Partner presentation at the BC Care Conference. The last 17 months have been the most challenging time in our history, and as such, we've had to adjust to a new normal and be innovative. The BC Care Conference is focused on three main themes this year: reflection, resilience, and reinvention. And as such, these are the three keys to surviving and thriving in the new normal. We are pleased at SGP to be partnered with Mijava, a revolutionary program that will help you navigate the new world, streamline everyday tasks, and save money and time. Imagine having everything in one place at your fingertips. To show us how this is done, we're going to call on my good friend Imran and also Richard Bailiey to help us explain this new technology to us. Imran?
Thank you, Rob, for that great introduction. I just wanted to clearly identify, we are here to help you. And just a very quick summary on our speakers today. And again, we are focused on generating transformation as well as great leadership and innovation in your home, as well as helping you through any process and improvement. So as Rob introduced myself, this is the speakers panel. And again, feel free to reach out to us at any time after this session. We are excited to be working with you guys. So Mijava, everyone asks, who is Mijava? So Mijava is a services partner, a solutions partner. And as you see these rich logos on your screen, you're probably going to be wondering, can they align with a software vendor to help us improve? The answer is yes. Can they help us integrate in our current software stack? The answer is yes. Can we work together with this software company and help us integrate into point-click care? The answer is yes. And so this is some of the things that I want to talk to you about today. There is so much advancement happening in the home that we want to partner with who you're partnered with to make you guys better, to make the home advance to a point where they have a chance to reflect, they have a chance to be resilient and try to prove sustainability, and then also to reinvent themselves. And you'll see that very soon as I take you through this journey map that we are going to work with you. Now, Mijava has spent a lot of time with certain software vendors, and these software vendors have helped these homes either on the food operation side, the resident management side, as well as automating process, as well as bringing to bear menu boards. And these are things that we're helping our homes. The next big step that we made is consolidating, transforming a centralized system or a decentralized system to a centralized system. There are so many native tools out there. So our biggest partnership is with Microsoft. We have now come to the market or brought to the market a platform that's going to help you transform. So when you look back and reflect over the last 5 years, you're probably going to wonder, why did we do it that way? Where are we going? And you're going to constantly be asking yourselves these questions. So let's talk about these questions for a moment. So getting digital and transforming. Rob, I'm going to ask you to ask the first question.
Okay, Imran. So where do I start if I want to reinvent myself?
That is a great question. You might have a process challenge. You might have a software challenge where it's not working for you. And there are so many ways that we can help you. And it's not even myself. Rob, you and I are going to spend the time to assess what they're spending from a food cost control, as well as an opportunity that we can help them improve and bring down their food costs. That's just one example. The other example is how we can work together and centralize all of their software abilities, as well as their software stack. And now we can help them build on scheduling, resourcing, even driving customer satisfaction levels. So I'll ask you to maybe just point another question to me, Rob.
Okay. So if we have to reflect and we think about our business, where we've been, where we are today, how do we learn from our past?
So that is another great question / comment. When I think about what you think about and you posture, or when you want to improve, there is just so many areas that we can help each other. When the home is going through a bad experience of either staffing issues or challenges with, the reporting piece, or even just overall experience levels, meaning that you're hiring the wrong talent. So now what we have to do is we have to go back and reflect, unfortunately. We have to do a proper discovery. So what we can learn from our past is how we can make better steps in the future. So when I'm going to drive the next question, I'm going to say, I want to help my staff be more resilient. I want to be able to drive that transformational story together with my clients, which are my homes, which are my communities. And then I will even pose the question to my strategic partner like yourselves, Rob and Richard, so that we can help understand our client better. They don't have to do all the heavy lifting. We'll do the heavy lifting for them because we're reflecting for them. But even our clients will want to reflect with us because they know their own challenges. So the next big one is, I get this question is, what will this cost me? And so I try to help my customer not to scare them with a big presentation layer of numbers. What I try to do is take them through a journey map of a lower cost of entry and then take them in stages so that they understand that they're seeing those microscopic benefits, and then they're turning it into bigger benefits and bigger benefits beyond that. What that ultimate goal turns into is increased satisfaction levels, either at the resident side or even at the staffing side. And so the biggest question I always ask my clients is, how can we help? That is so important. So let's understand the R's. The theme has been reflection, resilience, and reinvention. And so when I look back at reflection, the question was asked, well, how would you help us reflect? Well, the first biggest thing that all of us do as partners working with you is doing a proper discovery. And then from the discovery, we want to define. We want to create some definitions that will really help you. And then beyond that, we're going to develop. We're going to actually develop metrics that are going to improve. These little improvements and these efficiency maps and these effectiveness steps that we do for you or help you with, it actually starts to look like resilience now. And that resilience is turning into even more improvement because that improvement can become repeatable. That improvement can become continuous. So now all of a sudden that step 1, 2, 3 will be repeated every time. Therefore, there's not going to be any operational loss of time. There's not going to be any challenges. What if we automated that and made them consistent? So now it's reinvention. Now it's an opportunity for us to always be better. So understanding the R's are so key. Then when we get into a software alignment, so why is Mijava so important to the steps here? Is we actually self-examined ourselves. We remapped ourselves for the 3 R's. We looked at how are we going to help our clients with MySoftcare. So this is a mini announcement, kind of like a soft launch for you, because we're talking about this with a lot of our customers, MySoftcare, which is an opportunity to help with operational challenges that turn into benefits. Then we're looking at the resiliency map, is taking some of the things that we're doing on the reporting side and the scheduling side, as well as the discovery/audit. We're driving compliance. We're correcting behavior that will lead to better practices, even with the climate that we're under with COVID-19. And now we have a challenge with management looking over us, but they're not looking over us to inspect us. They're looking over us to improve us. And the monitoring piece is also big because now we have an opportunity to fix things. We have an opportunity to do course corrections. Documentation is such a poor issue that I've talked to so many of our homes that they have everything decentralized. So how do we centralize that? And so this resourcing piece becomes a bigger benefit as well. So it all translates into business benefit. Reinvention, again, we turned that back the lens and focused on ourselves on how we can help our clients. So again, collaboration was key, driving continuous behavior was key, integrating with all the other software players was key. And so there's where we drive a better stack of solutions, map it to staff, and now we have this people, process, and technology alignment that is driving that people benefit. And the people benefit is the most important in my opinion, because you're increasing the experience for others that they are working in a great home, they're staying in a great home, and the families that are connecting in are saying, wow, this home actually has what it takes to improve every piece of their business. So
if I hear you correctly, Imran, what you're telling me is with this software, you can not only find out where we're having efficiencies today, look at opportunities for efficiencies tomorrow, but from a staffing perspective, help save me time and money and streamline my staffing processes?
You have actually summarized my last slide, so thank you for doing that. I am saying, yes, we can help you with that. And you'll see that how we map it and we connect it, and then we also drive those efficiency maps to make our staff better. And everybody, when they're doing things better and they're feeling more valuable to their organization, they're going to feel like they're making a difference. And that is the most important step. So my software, simple login process, you're actually seeing kind of the high level view of the system. This is so important now. When I look at the first layer means if I'm ingesting all this material, how am I doing it today? How am I accessing this information today? I'm going outbound to the site. I'm going outbound to multiple sites. I'm receiving information from multiple email addresses. Does that become confusing? The answer is yes. How do I consolidate that? Well, this system will bring all that data in, will be a very rich view of that platform. Will either you can decide if you want this information to be an in-source to the community, an in-source to the area of expertise that we want to specialize on. If it's long-term care services, if it's a staffing problem, if it's a disability issue, you can decide if you want this information and now put it in your own private site or that you see here to make it a benefit to you. I can turn that information into rich literature that can drive it into a manual or can drive it into a course correction for my staff. As a senior management person managing this community, I can drive compliance. I can turn this into an educational manual if I wanted to and drive it into the support forum. And now the support forum has, now this document, just to kind of go back to the provincial piece, this document is becoming organic. It's growing inside of the facility, and now it can drive documentation that comes out. It punches out because there's a reference to that document. I can convert that from just a simple link to a process or a manual. Going forward, what if I'm searching for an expert that can help me? So now Rob or Richie are covering the territory and can bring best value partners together that can help us. So I have talked to so many homes in the past 2 weeks just to do this presentation. And the one thing that I asked them is like, who do you guys talk to for point of contact or subject matter experts in your home that can help you with specific problems? Well, they kind of call different people. So what if we had a in-source of that information as a part of a resource manager? Now, let's not just treat it just like a directory. Let's treat it like a resource manager that you can point to where you need to help each other. And that is the clear vision for the system. This system goes beyond. When I say go enterprise, I mean it. Going enterprise means that I can have my scheduler, I can do monitoring, I can have a marketplace, I can punch out to any of those marketplace apps, I can do entrance management, compliance, virtual communications with whatever platform you decide to use, either partnered with Microsoft, with Teams, partnered with Zoom, or what have you. It's really about the way we can simplify all of your applications and your software platforms and make everything work. That is the most important thing that we can do for you. So bird's eye view, seeing it mobile is the rich view of this piece. Seeing it do things that can do is going to help you move around your organization and connect, move around your organization and collaborate, move around your organization and document. And so you're doing these things by scheduling and working with your residents, building that value and that connection together. And now you have an opportunity to show your residents that you can connect and drive out a schedule for where they have an event, or they have a scheduled occupational therapist appointment, or even appointment with their doctor. These are all very, very rich views for the patient or the resident, what have you. And again, managing your home better. So let me summarize. The big ones are, we are white glove. We can never settle for less. We want to help our clients, going back to this reflection piece, going back to resiliency, and going back to reinvention. We want to service you all the time. And so when I say experience great value and great partnerships, we really do mean that. So summarizing the R's, it's what Rob said. Is it going to equal a big positive impact on the operation side? Is it going to equal a big positive impact on the business side? And is the people going to be impacted in a positive way? And that very below, the common denominator across all three is a time and cost savings. I can't stress this enough. Summarizing the R's means so much to my organization because it increases RX and SX satisfaction. That means resident satisfaction levels as well as staff satisfaction levels. So when I look at the value together and how we can help, this is a big piece to us. The last is I want to pass it back to Richard and he can summarize as well.
Thank you, Imran and Robert, for setting up this presentation. We are looking forward to working with all of you and helping you